Damn, Lou Williams only had 13 points? I feel like he had 50. Dang.
Spencer Davies, Basketball Insiders. Just based off of his emotion, it seemed like Dwayne really wanted this one tonight, playing well defensively, hitting the glass, and even just driving to the rim. Got to the rim a lot. What did you see from him the most that was impressive for you?
I thought, early in that first half, he really kept us in the game. I thought the game could have got away from us, but he came in scoring the basketball, and he had a speed and a pop to him. So we really need that offensively. And then in the second half, he was more defensive-minded, getting stops and rebounding the basketball. So he was huge for us tonight.
What was going through your head when he had Griffin on him at the end of that fourth quarter? They got the mismatch.
When what?
When they got the mismatch with Griffin on Wade at the end.
I thought all the guys. I thought Corver had him one time and did a good job. Jr. had him one time. D Wade. I thought I could see throughout the course of the game when we were making our run that Blake got a little tired. He got a little winded, and then LeBron did a good job on him also, of just being physical with him and making it tough on him.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. Dwayne's had a couple nights that weren't very good, but overall, statistically anyway, he's played well lately. What have you liked the most about what he's given you, especially lately?
I like that, no matter if he's playing well or not playing so well, that he just, same facial expressions. Never let the game get to him. He's a vet. He understands it's a long game, and he plays within the game. 0 for 5, 0 for 6, whatever, it doesn't bother him. He continues to play the same way. And that's what you need from vets, and future Hall of Famers, guys like that who understand the game, and when it gets tough, don't panic, continue to play the same way.
Another vet and future Hall of Famer, LeBron. Statistically, he's having among one of his best offensive seasons so far. Can you articulate or decipher like what he's done this season for you that is different or stands out from any of the previous years?
He's done the same things. I just think offensively he's been more aggressive to score the basketball. I think what is missing Isaiah, I think he's taking it upon himself to try to be more aggressive offensively, and we need that at times. And then at times when Kyle has it going in New York or guys have it going, then he understands that other guys have it going also. So we need him to be aggressive, for us. And I know it's kind of, out of the norm for him, but that's what we need right now.
David Beneman, ESPN. The Cavs social media has had some fun with Kyle Korver, calling him Mr. Fourth Korver for what he's done late in games. Tonight didn't have like the 19 or 20-point quarter, but he had that 4-point play. He had some rebounds, the outlet pass to LeBron.
Some great screens. So just have him on the floor. He just, he caused a lot of confusion. Got Kevin open for an open three by screening his man in, and Kevin popped back and got open shot. Just, his movement alone just makes us a different team offensively. And defensively, he's always in the right spot, team defense-wise, taking charges, boxing guys out, getting engaged rebounds. So, he's been great.
He wasn't necessarily one of your closers last year. I know you don't have your full team right now, but do you anticipate him having a role like in your closing lineups as the year goes on?
Yeah. It just depends on how guys are playing. And, the way he's playing and the attention he draws and demands, offensively, just have him on the floor. Even if he doesn't take a shot, guys are still aware of him. They're going to stand next to him, not going to leave him. So that's big for this team, especially with guys getting to the paint.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. The other night it was LeBron taking the challenge against Porzingis. Tonight it was Blake Griffin. Beyond the obvious, when LeBron is matched up against those guys defensively, what does that mean for the rest of your defense?
He takes that challenge, and I think at times, when you're so great, you need a great matchup to keep you activated, and guarding Porzingis and guarding Blake tonight, that was big for us. It was big for our team to see that down the stretch that he wants to guard those guys and take that challenge. So when we're getting stops and he's guarding those guys, we have to get out and run in transition, get easy shots, get easy baskets. So got a little tired, but that's what we needed from him tonight.
Jason Lloyd, The Athletic. The first half, the defense looked a lot like it did early on. Guys standing around and not a lot of movement. After halftime though, it seemed like guys sort of locked in a little bit more.
We showed clips, and I mean, it's like, I guess I don't know if it was a trip or not, but just like we was in quicksand. Like we wasn't fast, we wasn't getting to the guys, getting to the ball, and I thought in the second half, it was a lot better. I thought we was flying around a little bit, made the multiple effort on the second side, and it made our defense a lot better in the second half.
And then also, Doc said before the game, I'm paraphrasing, but he said the vision is always to win a championship, but the players and the coach don't always have the same idea of how to get there, but eventually they will. And it's the coach's job to know when to let them have a moment and when to grab them. Have you heard that from him before? And have you had that moment? Have you had that sort of battle in your mind of when to theoretically, figuratively grab this team and when to let them have their space? I know it's a really deep question.
That's Doc's quote. So I've heard it before, but I mean, it's a tough challenge, man. I mean, it's a fine line, and I like to give these guys freedom. Allow those guys to play. I don't want guys looking over their shoulders and every time they make a mistake or take a bad shot or turn the basketball over. So I've always been that way, but I think my team they understand me, and I understand those guys, and like. I think you guys have been around too, so you understand them at times also. So, I mean, it's a give and take. And right now, I just think guys are, executing better defensively. I think offensively, we're starting to trust more. Making the extra pass, making the right pass and play, and it's a process. And you guys are just trying to figure it out. And right now we're playing well, so just got to keep it going.
Have you ever had that moment where you grabbed them in your 2+ years?
Yes.
All right.
Like I'm about to grab you and say. Yeah.
It's a lot to grab.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. Hate when I have to follow that. So Dwayne made a joke on the public address thing after the game. He said, we're behind a lot. But that is true. You guys have had to come back in a bunch of these wins. And while you'd probably rather not have to do it that way, can that be a building block for later when the games really start to matter?
You never want to dig yourself a hole. So to say that it's better for us is not. But we know we have to play better to start the games. But the good thing is that we're continuing to keep fighting and getting down early against Houston. Got down against Washington, but we continue to keep fighting, and made those games close. So not giving in when you get down 16, 17 points, just, buckling down and showing the fight. And we've done that all year long. But, we don't want to continue to dig ourselves holes because now you got to play harder. Now, you're playing more minutes. It goes into overtime, things like that. So to have the fight, to keep fighting, not give in is great, but we can't keep digging ourselves big holes.
This is not exactly game related, but Doc also said he should have taken all those notes you wrote down when you walked out the door. Does he tell you that all the time?
Yeah, he gives me compliments. He does, but that's my mentor, and I owe everything to him. I wouldn't be in coaching if it wasn't for Doc, and he saw that in me as a player in 2003, which I didn't know myself. So to see that. And to actually give me my first chance and opportunity was big for my career. So, I always say I owe everything to Doc, and, everything I do is Doc Rivers driven. And so, yeah, that's my guy. That's it. Last question. No practice tomorrow.